The last time you receive cannabinoids is literally from your own mother's breast milk.
It's called the endogenous cannabinoid system, sometimes called the endocannabinoid system. This is a new system within the human body that was just discovered in the mid-1980s, yet it really seems to be the most profound discovery possibly in the history of medicine.
The endocannabinoid system is found throughout the brains and nervous systems within all mammalian species and is the most extensive biological system of receptors in the body. Humans are born with an endocannabinoid system that serves an important function in both the development of the brain and the formation and development of synapses, the electrical connections in the brain that allow neurotransmitters to send information. Endocannabinoids and the receptors they bind to exist throughout the body. In the nervous system, glands, immune cells, organs, brain, and connective tissues. The system permeates all 11 central physiological systems in the body, working to handle the many functions necessary for survival. The ECS works to balance our vital physiological functions, affecting everything from sleep, appetite, pain, inflammation, memory, mood, and reproduction. How the ECS works. The ECS helps to regulate homeostasis across all the physiological systems, ensuring they're all working in harmony with one another. External stress creates an increase in the stress hormone, cortisol, in your bloodstream, which leads to an increase in endocannabinoid production in response. The endocannabinoids increase with stress to balance cortisol production in the blood. Endocannabinoids are produced naturally inside of the body. Compounds found outside the body, like CBD and THC, are called exogenous cannabinoids. CBD and THC are phytocannabinoids, meaning they originate from plants. Exogenous cannabinoids act similarly to the endocannabinoids produced by the body itself. The ECS works in the key lock model. Cannabinoids act as the keys within the endocannabinoid system, while receptors act like locks. Every time one key fits into one lock, the lock causes an effect to occur in the body. The ECS comprises 3 primary components: endocannabinoids, enzymes, and receptors. The 2 main types of endocannabinoids found in the body are anandamide and 2-AG. 2-AG is the most prevalent endocannabinoid, responsible for managing appetite, pain response, and immune system functions. Anandamide is responsible for runner's high and the blissful states that come from exercise and meditation. Enzymes act within the ECS to recycle used endocannabinoids after the body is through with them. Receptors receive the messages transmitted by cannabinoids, the groups of active compounds that interact with ECS receptors. There are 2 main types of receptors, CB1 and CB2. CB1 receptors exist in the brain and spinal cord, working to regulate appetite, memory, and to reduce pain. CB2 receptors are distributed within the immune system, working primarily to reduce inflammation throughout the body. In each part of the body, the endocannabinoid system performs different tasks, but the ECS always has one goal: homeostasis. The system works to keep the body stable through the inevitable changes and variations in the external physical and emotional environment. This unique endogenous system is the reason for the multiple therapy uses of medical cannabis.
Or endocannabinoid system, it's your body's natural system of cannabinoid receptors throughout the human body. And the real truth is the existence of that system in the human body really indicates humankind has used cannabis as a medicine for, literally hundreds of thousands of years for it to exist like that.
And needs it.
Yes, yes. The last time, if you're not a cannabis user, the last time you receive cannabinoids is literally from your own mother's breast milk, is the last time you receive cannabinoids, if you don't, take them in some form, at least CBD from hemp or something like that. It really, really goes
That's
to show
wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm blown away by that.
Your mother gave you cannabinoids as she was nursing you, literally. They're a good thing, and just so you know, I mean, the way things have evolved is hemp was in our diet because our livestock was consuming it, and so at least what you were eating had cannabinoids in it. And now that's been totally worked out because of the prohibition. Growing hemp is illegal, which is obviously insane, but it is. That's starting to come back in Colorado and Kentucky, obviously, but we've eliminated hemp and cannabinoids completely from our food supply. And actually, Stu can even tell you, I mean, there's even writers speculating about a cannabinoid deficiency syndrome of, is this actually part of what's led to the spikes in several neurological disorders, horrible spikes in things like autism and really severe forms of epilepsy. And, these are the disorders that these cannabinoids are starting to be researched for.
Whoa. My mind has just completely gone nuts here. There's so much to talk about here. You're blowing my mind.
Really, our theory, Stu can tell you, is that it consumed like vitamin C, like what vitamin C has become as part of everyday nutrition.
We started giving Mom edibles about 2 weeks ago, and she's cut her insulin use by half.
Wait, you're telling me that a substance that gives people the munchies and makes them eat crappy food can actually help with diabetes? You want to learn why? Remember, the entire purpose of our endocannabinoid system is to maintain homeostasis, and people with diabetes have a malfunctioning endocannabinoid system causing their blood sugar to go way up here. So when you introduce a substance to help fix the endocannabinoid dysfunction, it's going to help bring blood sugars back to homeostasis. And it does this by interacting with different receptors involved in glucose metabolism, insulin secretion, and fat storage. Now, we have some studies coming out saying that cannabis use is associated with lower fasting glucose as well as improved insulin resistance. The research is a little bit stronger on CBD and THCV in supporting diabetes. And guess who has both?